Good evening, Mr. North and South America and all the ships at sea. Let's go to press. Hollywood, California. Well, this is the big night of the year. It's Oscar night. Within an hour, 1948's outstanding film achievements will receive the Academy Awards. For motion picture people, it's the final heat of the richest sweepstakes in the country. A 12-month scramble for a small statue you could hide in your overcoat pocket. However, most Hollywood people would rather get one than hold the winning ticket in the Grand National. At this very moment, before stars, producers, and executives of the moving picture colony, and before millions of listeners on this network, the program is being opened by the Academy President, Mr. Gene Hersholt.
Fellow members of the Academy and honored guests, welcome to this 21st Academy Award presentation. A 21st birthday isn't, of course, much of a landmark for an organization which was voting on its first birthday, an organization which came into being that it might vote. You see, a great industry like the motion picture industry must necessarily judge its product primarily on a basis of monetary profit. The Academy, on the other hand, has devoted itself to honoring efforts which, whether or not they resulted in financial success, were admirable pieces of work, artistically important and enriching to the culture from which they were developed. Now, there have been voices in the industry raised against the Academy. These voices always said the same thing. We don't want Academy standards foisted upon us. We want to make commercial pictures, unhampered by considerations of artistic excellence. Well, such criticism is the highest praise to our organization. To bring about a higher excellence is the reason we exist, the reason why we must go on. Without this incentive to its creative talent, I just wonder if the motion picture industry of the world would be producing pictures with the variety, the distinction, and the courage which you will find in the list of nominations for which we shall give awards tonight. With that one thought, I will turn you over to our Master of Ceremonies for this evening, an officer of the Academy, Mr. Robert Montgomery.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening. I've attended many of the 20 previous award ceremonies, occasionally as a candidate, but a great deal more often as a spectator. I've observed the modesty with which the winners have received their awards. I've heard the stumbling words of gratitude that they have poured out for their producers, their directors, their fellow workers. I've always wanted to win one of those Oscars because it would have given me a chance to say something like this. Fellow members of the Academy, in accepting this award, I want to thank you and nobody else. I want it thoroughly understood that I won it despite an obstreperous front office, an unsympathetic producer, an incompetent director, an inadequate cast, a very poor script indeed, an uncooperative crew, and a skinflint of a banker. I did it all by myself. Well, I suppose I wouldn't have been that ungracious nor that untruthful, but it would have been a very great temptation. Human eardrums can stand just so much modesty and self-effacement, and so tonight the committee instructs the winners of all awards, whoever they may be, that is their own achievement which is being rewarded. We take it for granted that nobody did his or her job single-handed, but if you want to acknowledge your indebtedness, do it by letter or by phone tomorrow. Collect if necessary. Tonight, all credit acknowledgments are hopefully forbidden.